Hi, everyone. Please give us a few minutes. We are waiting for some of the participants to join. We will be starting shortly. Hi, everyone. Good morning. I'm Amanda, and welcome to English for Professionals orientation. And I am so happy that all of you could make it to our orientation today. And for those who are unaware, this is an English communication upskill program delivered by Headway Learning Solutions in collaboration with the American Center. This program looks to hone the English language skills of the participants to work efficiently in the workforce. And I would like to thank the American Center for funding this program, and also Mr. Sanjay Malvanan, the director of the American Center, for joining us today. Mr. Sanjay, would you like to share a few words with us?
Thank you so much, Amanda. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining the program. So first of all, this is a great program, and we've been running this program for quite some time, and we get a lot of applications for this particular program, and you guys have been shortlisted to participate in the first screening process. So hopefully you will get the opportunity to join the program, and Ms. Susan and Ms. Amanda will provide you more details about the program, the structure, the participation, and so on. But today I'm going to quickly speak to you about the American Center. So we are located at Kollipitia, and we have 3 corners, one in Jaffna, the American corner Jaffna, the other one is in American corner Kandy, and the third one, the American corner Matara. So altogether we have 4 spaces in Sri Lanka. So what we do lots of skills development programs, such as public speaking programs, entrepreneurship related programs, media literacy programs, STEM, and so on. So we are a library. We also have books, magazines, 3D printers, and so on. So if you are interested in joining any of our programs, you can participate. All of our programs are 100% free of charge. There is no charge for our participants. If you'd like to get more information about the program, you could like our Facebook page, the American Center Colombo, or you could follow us on our Instagram account, American Center, Center SL. So to talk more about this particular program, I'm going to hand it over to Ms. Amanda and Susan to take it over from me and provide you a brief explanation about the program. Over to you, Amanda. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Sanjay. Like he mentioned, the American Center facilitates many programs like this. To know more about the American Center, please visit their Facebook pages. And also not forgetting Headway Learning Solutions. Headway is an organization that does English language testing and training. We have been in this industry for over 25 years. We will be sending the link to our Facebook page on the chat box to know more about us. And today I would like to introduce you to Ms. Susan Ritchie. She is our academic coordinator for Headway Learning Solutions. Ms. Susan, over to you.
Thank you so much, Amanda. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me clearly? I would like if you could just say yes or a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Well done. Well done. So good morning, and thank you for joining us on a wonderful Friday morning. First of all, I need to thank the American Center for this. This program comes to you absolutely free of charge because of the generosity of the American Embassy and the American Center, and also Mr. Sanjay Malvanan. Thank you so much, because without your support, we wouldn't be able to run this program. In fact, this is our 8th batch. So you've been supporting us all this time. Thank you for that. And yes, we have a good relationship with the American Center, and we would like to really extend our gratitude to them for sponsoring this program once again. So now let me get into our presentation for today. Right, I hope my screen is visible. Thumbs up if you can see my screen. Great, lovely, thank you so much. So like Miss Amanda said, I am Susan Ritchie. I represent the organization that you can see on the screen, Headway Learning Solutions. And we are into English language and communications training and testing. So more than 25 years of experience with English language training and testing. You will see on the screen there is a logo, NEO, which is for software that does English language and English language training and testing. We are the channel partner center for DINET International, which is the organization that brings the software. So we do have a software-based program, but today we are here to talk about the communications, English communications upskilling program, right? And let us look at how this program is different to maybe any other English program that you have followed. Now, I'm sure you have had some experience learning English. Am I correct? Have you had any English training prior to this? Maybe you followed a course, maybe you studied English as a subject at school. Yes? Do you have some experience with learning English? All of us have, isn't it? At least we have studied English as a subject in school. So I would like to ask you this question. Let's go back to when we were in school. What was the activity you spent most of your time doing inside the classroom? There were a couple of activities we did a lot when we were at school in the English class. What were these activities? Well done. Thank you, Shobi. I can see reading. Any other answers? Dialogue, all right. Well done. If you had dialogues, if you've done communicating, if you've spoken in English, well done if you've had conversations and dialogues. But most of the time, so I can see some fortunate people who've had debates and things like that. But most of the time, you know, in school, we did a lot of reading and writing in English, isn't it? We had a textbook, we would have done a lot of grammar activities. We did a lot of reading and a lot of writing. Now let's pause over there and rewind back some more. Let's go to the point that we started learning our mother tongue. Now think about what was the activity you did mostly as a little child when you were learning your mother tongue. What was the first thing you started doing with the language? Speaking, okay, all right. Any other guesses? Before speaking, we did something. What was that? Yes, well done. Yes, so we did a lot of listening, right? A lot of hearing, a lot of listening happened in our home environment. We heard our parents talking, we heard our siblings talking, our grandparents. So we did a lot of listening. After the listening, we did the speaking, and then maybe our mom got hold of us, made us sit on her lap, and she would read a story to us. So then we started reading and then the writing, right? Now, if you look at these two, how you acquired your native language, your mother tongue, and how you were asked to learn English, there is a difference, isn't there? There's some sort of problem taking place there. When we acquired our mother tongue, we had listening, speaking, reading, and writing. But when it came to English in our classroom, we did it the other way around. We went reading, writing. Then if you were fortunate, you had your listening and speaking. So can you see where the problem is? The problem isn't really with you. This is why we are having problems in picking up and being confident in communicating in English, right? So the problem was actually with us. We teachers gave it to you the wrong way. So with this program, what we are attempting to do is we want to put things right and help you develop your language skill the way it was naturally designed to do, right? So we will be concentrating a lot on your listening and speaking. We'll give you a lot of opportunities, lot of audios to listen to, lot of native speakers. You'll be watching a few videos, you'll be listening to a lot of audios, right? And you'll be developing your listening skill. You will also have to talk to each other, right? So listening, speaking, we will be doing reading and writing. That doesn't mean that we won't do reading and writing. We will do reading and writing, but will give a lot of opportunity to develop the listening and speaking components, your primal skills, right? Before we go into our secondary skills, right? And now when you want to pick up a language, it is very important that you have exposure to the language, right? And to have exposure to the language helps you develop your accuracy and your fluency of the language. Now, when we talk about accuracy, it is how correctly we use the language, right? Do we use the correct tenses? Are we using the correct grammatical components? Are we using the correct words? That's what accuracy means. What is fluency? Let me give you a minute to think about it. What is fluency in the language? See, what do we mean by fluency? Thank you, Shobika. Yes, so this is how we communicate without having all these gaps, isn't it? The flow of the language, the natural flow, where we don't need to think too much when we communicate. So when you are communicating, when you are using a language, you need to be accurate. That means you need to use the correct structures, the correct words, and you also need to be fluent, right? So now this comes through exposure. Now, like Sanjay said, like Mr. Malvahanan mentioned, at the American Center, there is a lot of resources that you could, get your hands on. There are a lot of lovely books. There are videos, there are magazines, things that will help you get exposed to the language, right? And also during the course, we will be having a lot of, like I said, audios, videos. We'll be reading some fun articles together. So this would also increase your exposure. And another thing is we will be talking to you in English, not in Sinhala or in Tamil, right? So that way we'll try our best to give you as much of an exposure to the language as possible so that you can develop your accuracy and your fluency, right? Moving on, I told you that our sessions are going to be interactive, which means you will have to talk to the facilitators, you'll have to talk to your colleagues in the class, you'll have little tasks you'll have to complete together and then share your experience or your feedback with the rest of the class. So there's going to be a lot of interaction in the class, a lot of communication that is going to take place. Right? And at the end of it, we all want something. We want proof, isn't it? So you will get a certificate. You will get a certificate to prove that you have done this particular course, and the certificate will be endorsed by the American Embassy, right? So this is how this program is different to maybe any other English program that you have followed so far. Okay, so let's move on. Who are the facilitators? Who are the people who are going to help you in this journey of acquiring the language, of learning the language? Now, first of all, you'll have me. I'm Susan Ritchie, like Amanda said. I am an ESL teacher. That means I teach English as a second language, right? So I'm an ESL teacher and I'm also the academic coordinator for Headway Learning Solutions. So I'll be there with you. I'll be helping you in this journey. And we have two very experienced gentlemen, Mr. Narendran Moharanjanan, who is the academic consultant for Headway Learning Solutions. He is also a teacher trainer and he's an examiner with a very prominent English language assessment body, right? I can't mention the name of the organization, but he's an examiner. So he will be coming on board and helping us with our email writing skills. Also, we have a distinguished Toastmaster, Mr. Jay Selvan. I hope you have heard of the Toastmasters. Is there anyone here who's heard of the Toastmasters? So we have Mr. Jay Selvan, who is a distinguished Toastmaster. He is also a life coach and he will be coming in. He'll be joining us to help develop our presentation and a little bit of a personality development as well, right? So these are going to be your facilitators during the program. We are the ones who are going to help you during this course. Okay, now the class, like I told you, it's going to be an interactive class. It is a virtual session. It's going to be for, sorry, it says first month, but it's not the first month. The entire program is a virtual session. So you will need certain devices. You will need a headset like the one you see me wearing, right? You need your earphones and a microphone so that you can hear and you are able to communicate with the facilitators and also your colleagues in the class. Also, you'll need to have a camera. Now imagine if I was to do the entire session like this with my camera switched off. What do you think? Would you like if I continued the session like this? Any comments? Is it okay? Would it feel okay? No, right? It's very boring. It's very uninteresting. It doesn't feel natural. It feels like you're talking to just a screen in front of you, right? So this is why we have requested you to have a camera, to have it switched on. And also remember that communication isn't just verbal. There's a lot of non-verbal cues as well. And if you want to be a good communicator, you need to be able to use all of the resources that you have. And by having the camera, you'll be able to hone that skill of communicating as well. And it makes it all the more interesting. Okay, so these are the devices that you will need during the program. Also, you will need your notebook and whatever stationery that you need during any session. All right, so about the program, it's a 3-month course that is 12 weeks. So 3 months for 12 weeks, we will be meeting every Thursday. The date cannot be changed, right? So please remember, every Thursday from 9:30 to 12. And this is going to be virtually via Zoom. So we're going to use the Zoom app to have the session. And also now this program is free of charge. You don't need to pay anything at all. The American Center has seen to it. They are sponsoring the program. So there's no payment that you need to make, but there is a price. And what is the price for this program? Who can tell me? Let's see if you can put it up on the chat. What is the price? Learning, present, okay. Yes, yes, well done. The price for this is that you have to make sure your commitment, you have to make sure you come for the session every week without fail. Your attendance is compulsory, right? You have to be there because it's a short program. It's only 12 weeks, which means if you miss anything, we can't really go back and cover up, right? So because of that, you need to make sure you come every Thursday from 9:30 to 12 o'clock without fail. All right, that is the price you have to pay. Now, in case you drop out of the program, no questions asked. We will have to replace you with someone else. There's so many of you who have registered. There are 100 participants right now, and there are more joining us through YouTube as well. So out of all of these participants, we are only taking in 20 for the class, right? Which means that we need to be fair. So in case you are unable to make it to a session, you will have to send us an email telling what the reason is. And if you are absent for more than 2 weeks, we won't be asking you any questions. We will have to replace you with another candidate. So please make sure that when you join this program, you are able to come every Thursday. You are present every day for the session. All right, I hope you are with me so far. Sorry, no, it says about a book-based. We were doing the book-based program yesterday, but this, I mean, software-based program, but this is a book-based program. So when we say book-based, it doesn't mean you're going to be seated with a textbook, answering grammar questions and doing activities like that, right? The books that we are using are two books, mostly. We use two books, which is from the Oxford University Press. It is the Headway series and also the Commerce series. Those are two books. Additional to that, we bring in other resources to the program. And these activities have been adapted to make it interactive. So though we call it a book-based, don't worry. It doesn't mean you're going to be seated in front of the screen taking down notes and things like that, right? It's going to be an interactive session. And also you will need to commit to 3 hours of study a week, which includes your classroom session, the session that you will meet the facilitator and your colleagues. Plus, you might have 10 to 15 minutes of homework or an assignment to be completed, right? So added to that, you need to make sure that you have the appropriate devices needed for the session, okay? Right, so the candidates, who are the candidates we're looking for? We're looking for those between the ages of 18 and 30 years old. So we're looking for young adults between the ages of 18 and 30. Now, I told you we're having 20 students in the class. We're trying to make it a gender balanced class. So there will be 10 females, 10 ladies and 10 gentlemen in the class. We're trying our best to make sure it is, we have both the genders represented equally. Also, this program is for those who have a basic understanding of the language. So if you are finding it very difficult to understand what I'm saying, and if you can't understand what has been put up on the slide, if you're finding it difficult to read and understand the slide, this may not be the program for you, because it'll be too challenging for you. At the same time, if you are an advanced learner, now everything I'm saying, there is no problem, you can understand me very well, right? You are an advanced learner of the language, then again, this program is not for you. You'll find it to be very easy and it will become boring for you. So we are looking for those who are at the pre-intermediate range or maybe elementary learners. For that, what we do is at the end of this, we have a placement test, right? So we will give you the link for the placement test. Make sure that you go to the placement test, read the instructions very well, complete the test and submit your answer. And we will get in touch with those who are selected. Now, there are so many of you, so we can't call everyone. We will call only those who are selected, shortlisted for the speaking test. All right, so don't get angry in case you are not called. It may be that you're very good. You're an advanced learner and this program is not for you, right? So we'll call only those who are shortlisted, and we will be having a speaking test with those candidates. Right, so with that, I come to the end of my presentation and I would like to know, do you have any questions? If you have questions, kindly put it in the chat box. I'll be very happy to answer them if I can. So I give you a few minutes. Do we have any questions? All right. I can see a gentleman who says you're 47 years old. I am so sorry. What I can tell you is go ahead and do the placement test. We are looking for those between the ages of 18 to 30. In case there is a chance, we will definitely give it to you. Unfortunately, the first preference are for those between the ages of 18 to 30 years old. Right? I'm so sorry about that, but go ahead and take the placement test. You never know, right? You could have an opportunity. Shalika, you want to select the software-based program. The orientation for the software-based program was yesterday, Shalika. I am not too sure whether you can select the software-based program today, but what we can do is, if you could probably send a direct message with your, oh, you came yesterday, fine. So Shalika, that's fine.
Hi everyone. I hope you can hear me. We have a small connection issue. Miss Susan is disconnected. Please give us a few minutes till she rejoins the program.
All right, so sorry about that. I got disconnected over there. Right, so any more questions? Shalika, if you're already connected for the software-based program, please don't do the test today. There's only one program that you can be enrolled to. Do we have any more questions? Afnaz, I'm sorry, I don't know whether you can connect to the software-based program right now, but could you please direct message your contact number and one of us will get in touch with you in case there is an opportunity, we will let you know. Please make sure that you send us your number. Give me a second, let me write that down. All right, noted, Afnaz. We will get in touch with you. I'm so sorry, Divya. We cannot change the date. This is based on the availability of the facilitators and all of that. So probably try next time. Right, so we have not targeted school students. This program is for those who have finished school. This is why it is on a Thursday. So I do understand Thursday is a school day. And this is why, because it is not for school students. I'm very sorry. I do notice a few of you are having a problem with Thursday. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do. We can't change the date, but do have the session again, you know, after 3 months. So probably you'll be able to register then and pick a better date at that point. Is it applicable for school teachers? If you want to improve your English language skill, communication skill, yes, you can enroll, but this is not, we're not teaching you how to teach English. That is a different program. So to improve your language and your communication skill, yes, definitely you can join the program. Charith, yes, if you could also send me your number, I will check and see if there is an opportunity with the software-based program. Sorry, Ahmed, we don't have classes on Sunday. It is only on Thursday morning. So those who are interested in the software-based program, we actually had the orientation yesterday. I'm not sure, I can't promise you, right? Afnaz and Charith, I can't promise you anything. Thank you, Charith, I got your number. But let us see. If there is an opportunity, we will get in touch with you. You need to make sure that you have your devices for the software-based program. You need to have at least 2 devices for it, okay? So yeah, no promises. In case there's an opportunity, we will let you know. All of these programs are free of charge. You don't need to pay anything. Kavaza, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name properly. Yes, it would definitely help you in facing interviews, especially DTM J Selvam session will help you with that. You can continue with us. The objective is, if you want to improve your language skill, definitely this program will help you. Make sure that you do the placement test, like I said, and thereafter we will get in touch with you. Adila, yeah, give me a second. Let me take your number down as well. Yes, okay, so do we have any more questions? If there's no more questions, we are going to share the link for the placement test. Kindly copy the link or click on it. It'll take you to a Google form. You need to complete the task that is over there, submit it. You have 1 hour for it. So now it is 10:40. 11:40, the link will be disabled. So please make sure to complete the task within the allotted time, right? Please. Slide it. Hold on. These fellows are. Yeah, Shodran, I'm not too sure what your message actually means. If you could kindly clarify, I'd appreciate it. Now, those who are sending me the number software-based program, like I said, I can't promise anything because we have already done the orientation for the software-based program. In case there is an opportunity, we will get in touch with you, right? So no promises over there. It's just if there is an opportunity, right? If someone is not coming for the program or something like that, then we will get in touch with you. Okay, so let me share the link for, okay, I hope you can see. This is the link for the placement test. It is also available on the chat option in case you haven't got the link, right? So please feel free to copy the link. All right, since I'm sharing the screen, I need to ask you to don't send me your numbers if you want the software, you want to contact or you want to join the software-based program, because I'm unable to see it at this point. All right, so please copy the link, and if you've got the link, it's taken you to the Google form, you are free to leave the session. Remember, you have 1 hour to complete the task, and the link would be deactivated after an hour's time. Make sure you copy the link, go to the placement test, complete the placement test within the hour, and submit your answers. If you have the link, you are free to leave the session. Thank you very much. It was nice speaking to you. Hopefully I get to see you. And I hope you have a good weekend ahead of you, everyone. Thank you.